Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. In this episode, we're very lucky to have one of the co-founders from CanYa on, and that's JP. How you going, JP?
Hey, how are you?
Good, thanks, mate. So on the channel, I obviously like to support good projects with good guys behind them. You've been recommended to me by a number of people, and I do actually know Chris, the other co-founder, through a personal friend of mine. I know you guys have been working hard behind the scenes for a couple of years. On CanYa, which is basically a peer-to-peer economy style project, and I'll let you explain a bit more about what it is if you like.
Sure. So CanYa is envisaged to be a completely peer-to-peer marketplace services, so you get to engage directly with your babysitter, cleaner, app developer, graphics designer, and we see ourselves as just the fabric of value exchange that's just between you and the provider. So everything about the platform is about getting you that information. It's about prioritizing providers in a meritocracy so that the best providers get the most work, get the best jobs. So that's rewarding providers to be the best as possible, and it's giving you that really easy, clean, information-rich platform to make those decisions and find those providers.
And this is not just a white paper like we see a lot of ICOs doing these days. You guys have been working hard on this for 2 years. You've already launched the app on Android and iOS in Australia for a year now. It's been out where you can hire tasks and get other people to do those jobs in that peer-to-peer style economy, and you've decided that using Ethereum and the blockchain is obviously a fantastic route for you guys to develop that business further.
Yeah, absolutely. So we soft launched just under a year ago. We've got a user base, we transact over 1,000 peer-to-peer jobs across Australia. We went to launch in India and China about May this year, and we had a lot of problems with fiat payment gateways. We had to domicile entities there, register companies, etc. That's when we started taking a little bit more into Ethereum and smart contracts and escrows, because our platform is built on an escrow between our users and our providers. And we realized we don't need a third-party escrow service provider. We can just use blockchain to do that. So we started looking more into it, and we really opened this amazing, room of technology. We thought, wow, not only can we decentralize the payment system, but we can decentralize the governance, like Dash. We can decentralize the database. So it's not hosted on Amazon AWS and S3 Bucket. It's actually hosted on, a bunch of computer nodes around the world. And there's heaps of cool tech out there like Coin, Filecoin, Ties, who we're partnering with. And finally, and this is, caveat, sort of 2-3 years away, we can decentralize the compute layer. So we're not using Amazon EC2 instances. We're actually using a bunch of nodes to compute out the client-server relationship, so that nodes are now running the platform. The way we see ourselves in 5 years' time is this platform can never die. The payments is decentralized, the database is decentralized, the compute layer is decentralized. Best of all, our users run the platform, and our users pay to run the platform and to do the curation, do the governance, and do the verification.
Cool. So what are some of the examples of the most common services that people are offering and purchasing off one another at the moment on CanYa, mate?
Yeah, well, it's surprising. Just cleaners, gardeners, electricians, babysitters even. In fact, funny, in Darwin, we had a drone pilot hired to fly a drone around. And I'm not even joking, but in Darwin, there's a guy called Aaron Rodwell. He's a crocodile wrestler. So he's a professional guy that goes out and catches crocodiles. Yeah. And he lists himself in CanYa. And straight away, like, that is awesome. That's so Australian. So yeah, you can hire a crocodile wrestler and pay them in Bitcoin these days.
That's awesome. So I guess that's probably a good segue into a question a lot of people are going to have is, how do you verify that somebody's good at what they do, not a criminal, all that sort of thing. And I'll just bring up on screen now for the viewers the announcement only yesterday, a few hours ago, with Endorse, another exciting project that recently had their ICO, I believe, and they're basically trying to get a reputation, I guess, or an endorsement on the blockchain to verify that people are good at what they do and all that sort of thing. So a perfect partnership with you guys, I guess.
Absolutely. So it's very important to us that when you hire a babysitter, you're hiring a verified person with a police check that's trustworthy. Right now, we've been doing that. So we've been going into those databases, we've been verifying, but that's not scalable. Absolutely, it's not scalable. However, bring in Endorse, and now you can essentially crowd verify skills. So if you make a claim, I am, good at public speaking, you can push out some evidence to the Endorse network, and people can verify, in fact, that you are or are not good at public speaking. And when that comes back, attached to the blockchain, and forever, it's a verified skill. So we see that relationship, the partnership with Endorse, is crucial to bringing together this technology so that our providers have endorsed verified skills on our platform, and we can push our profiles across to the endorsed platform, thereby bringing more value to the endorsed network, which is a decentralized professional network at its heart. So the two projects have a lot of synergies working together, and we're very excited about pushing this in the future.
Awesome. So you are having your ICO in the coming week, I believe. So the CAN token itself is an ERC20 token. The CanYa project is running on the Ethereum blockchain. If you've been following my work, you know a lot of projects are waiting for Ethereum to scale so they don't have to pay the gas costs and all that sort of thing. It's going to make it all a lot more of a seamless experience, which you must be excited about. And I know the price of Ethereum has run up greatly since you wrote your white paper. So I believe you said you're hoping to raise anywhere from maybe 20 to 30 million tops. Is that right?
Yeah, so we're hard capped at 79,000 Ether. And yeah, like I said, the price of Ether has shot up recently, so we'll watch that closely. We're doing our ICO in about a month's time, but we are building our whitelist at the moment. We're going to run it properly and not push out to the public, so we'll bring on people into our whitelist, and they will get access to the ICO and then any pre-ICO rounds.
Yeah, fantastic. So at the moment, it's, I guess, those basic services. Where do you see it expanding in the next year or two, and maybe even 5 years from now moving forward?
Sure. So we're very much Australian-based, and we've got really good network in Southeast Asia, good economic density, lots of freelancer-based casual work. So we see a lot of synergy and a lot of it working really well into there. India, South Africa, South America as well. Lots of currency volatility across South America at the moment. And so something like our hedge escrow is very valuable to that because $100 in, we hedge it, and $100 is out, so we protect our user base against currency fluctuations. Yeah, so we're aggressively going to expand, but more importantly, we see ourselves as building together, pulling in all this technology, the decentralized database, the decentralized compute, the crowd verified skills from Endorse, etc., to create this resilient, decentralized ecosystem over the next 3 to 5 years. And that's what our roadmap is, and that's why we're doing an ICO, and that's why we're bringing on this community of passionate believers and passionate members of our ecosystem to grow this network up, really push it out to the world, bring some real value to our token holders and our community. Yeah.
So I guess, mate, do you see any pushback from government on this sort of peer-to-peer? I guess in a way similar to a cashy, we call them in Australia. Have you seen any pushback on that front, and also competition in this space, similar projects and that sort of thing?
Yeah, so we're big on regulation, and we're big on the law. Our lawyers here are based in Australia, and they're looking very closely at how we fit in. It's very grey area at the moment. ASIC released some guidance on where we sit and where we could sit. But understand regulation has to adapt, has to move up, especially to catch out all these scammy ICOs. Yeah. So there is a need for proper regulation. So we're going to be with our lawyers and lock any step with that regulation to make sure we're doing things properly, and we'll see what comes down the line. But we'll be ready to work with regulators, especially with non-cash payments and securities laws and such, etc. Yeah. The other side, competition. I think there's two rooms of competition. There's the traditional platforms like Airtasker, TaskRabbit, Upwork, who are powered but they use Visa-based and credit card-based payments. We think that they are going to get somewhat blindsided by blockchain technology because a couple of reasons. One is individual empowerment. Our users are empowered to run and earn revenues off the platform. Two, it is a global currency, borderless payments. There's no fees, very low fees. And finally, it's economically incentivized network effects. So with our transaction cashback scheme, where our users get 5% of the job value back paid to them at very low fees, we can economically incentivize our users to spread and grow the message in a way that is not possible just using a venture-backed capital company. A bit like Uber. Uber burns through so much money each year because they're constantly paying out those $5 coupons. Where we can do it through our rewards pool, where the revenues turn into our revenue contract and farm down to our user base. Yeah, and but competition in the cryptocurrency space, we don't believe in competition. We think it's all collaboration. It's such a small ecosystem right now. It's only 170 billion odd. It's going to grow to something in the trillions. So we see ourselves as bringing together technology and platforms so that we can all grow with each other and push it out to the world and really get cryptocurrency out to the masses, out to the mainstream.
I very much agree with that message. We're all on the one team at the moment. The cryptocurrency economy, competition's good, it promotes innovation and all that sort of thing. So, Look, mate, I really wish you and Chris all the best with this. Good, honest Aussie guys doing a good project. I do believe that members are going to have access to the pre-ICO as well. So members, I'll let you know how to get involved with that if you like. But all the best with it, mate. Is there any final things you want to sign off with? Or
Buy Bitcoin. No, that's honestly, tell your friends, explain to them. Number one, get them to read Satoshi Nakamoto's white paper. They should understand what blockchain is rather than just buying it to speculate. They should believe in the technology first, and then the value of the crypto is just secondary to that. And two, grow the ecosystem and get people in. I go to people who don't know Bitcoin, I pay them $1 worth of Bitcoin or Ether just so they can experience their first cryptocurrency payment and get them to download Jax, take it as a private key. But bring people in, start giving out Bitcoin, start seeding the network. That's really how we can all grow together and build this ecosystem up.
Awesome. Okay, thanks, JP. I've enjoyed that chat, mate. Good luck with it all, and I'll talk to you again in the future, I'm sure.
Awesome. Thank you. Signing out.
Cheers, mate.